But first, the surge of migrants at the southern border continues. Border Patrol says it's arrested more than 200,000 migrants crossing into the U.S. from Mexico last month. According to the Department of Homeland Security, it's the highest monthly total this year. Now, Albuquerque is preparing for its own influx after Texas Governor Greg Abbott said he will bus migrants here to the Duke City. Nonprofits contracted by the city are raising the alarm about the number of asylum seekers coming.
And that's long before Abbott made his announcement. Tonight in a Target 7 investigation, John Cardinelli is learning where they're ending up.
That's right. We're learning that people coming to Albuquerque to seek refuge are ending up on the streets. According to letters we've obtained, the number of asylum seekers coming to the Duke City has nearly tripled in recent weeks. The groups that help find places to stay say there's nowhere to go, and many are going straight to homelessness. And now the city is facing even more asylum seekers from Texas. For the past several months, about 35 asylum seekers have come to Albuquerque every week. Documents obtained by Target 7 shows that number has now grown to 100.
Right now, we're a group of service providers working with the city of Albuquerque, banging our heads against the wall, trying to figure out how to provide humane and empathetic support to people who have experienced great trauma, displacement from their home countries, or fleeing violence.
Haley Brown is the executive director of United Voices for Newcomers' Rights. Her organization is contracted by the city to find homes and other services for asylum seekers.
We don't want to provide them with a re-traumatizing experience when they get to Albuquerque.
According to this letter sent to the city, county, and state leaders, 2 weeks ago, the nonprofit groups called Community of Asylum Partners say in 1 week, 40 people, including 9 children, were facing homelessness and hunger due to the lack of shelter capacity, and that this number will continue to grow. Brown's organization is a part of the group that sent the letter.
I know that we encounter 60 to 80 people on a weekly basis, and about half of those are at risk of being unhoused.
This letter was sent before we learned Texas Governor Greg Abbott was planning to send a busload of asylum seekers to Albuquerque. City Council President Pat Davis received the letter.
What that letter is the contractors who are doing the work every day, every week to handle a couple, 3 dozen migrants, moving them through, are saying we don't have the resources to expand this 3, 4, 5 times, but they're giving us the alarm.
The city is not disputing the group's claims. Target 7 got a hold of another letter the city sent to Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham after they learned about what Governor Abbott was planning to do. The city asking her to open up the fairgrounds for asylum seekers.
You have a place where take a breath for a couple days before you go to your next destination.
This is Expo New Mexico Director Dan Morning showing Target 7 in April of 2019 these dorms at the fairgrounds. He at the time was planning for asylum seekers.
The first thing they want to do when they get off the bus, obviously, is take a shower, is what the volunteers told us.
But Target 7 has learned that these dorms at the fairgrounds are expected to be demolished and rebuilt starting this week. The city says it plans to open several emergency shelters at abandoned buildings and vacant child care centers. These letters indicate they are worried they will not be ready in time for buses coming from Texas.
None of those folks are coming to Albuquerque because they have a hearing here or a family here or a job here. They're just being sent here.
In the past, Albuquerque has used federal funds for hotel vouchers for asylum seekers. These documents show that may no longer be an option. In these letters, city leaders say federal money they were using for hotels is being capped, and most of the rooms in the city are booked for the next 14 days for Balloon Fiesta, leaving everyone unsure about where the asylum seekers will go.
And I don't think we know what the solution is either, but we really need some additional government partners to come to the table to help us and be thought partners in that.
The mayor's office did not make anyone available for an interview. They sent us this statement saying in part, the city is prepared to deploy additional resources for short-term emergency sheltering, which is reimbursable by FEMA. We agree with their assessment that medium and long-term solutions are needed and have asked the state and federal government for resources. For Target 7, I'm John Cardinelli.
In a statement responding to the letter, Bernalillo County wrote it is in the discussion phase and does not have a plan at this time. Now, if you have a tip for Target 7, call 505-884-6347.
Cool.